Carlos Polístico Garcia, commonly known as Carlos P. Garcia, born on November 4, 1896 and died on June 14, 1971, was a Filipino teacher, poet, orator, lawyer, public official, political economist, organized guerrilla and Commonwealth military leader who was also the 8th President of the Philippines. Garcia was born in Talibon, Bohol on November 4, 1896, to Policronio Garcia and Ambrosia Polistico, who were both natives of Bangued, Abra. Garcia grew up with politics, with his father serving as a municipal mayor for 4 terms. He acquired his primary education in his native Talibon, then took his secondary education in Cebu Provincial High School, both on top of his class. Initially, he pursued his college education at Silliman University in Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental, and later studied at the Philippine Law School, where he earned his law degree in 1923. He was among the top 10 in the bar examination. Garcia was the running mate of Ramon Magsaysay in the 1953 presidential election, in which both men won. He was appointed Secretary of Foreign Affairs by President Magsaysay, and for 4 years served concurrently as Vice President. At the time of President Magsaysay's sudden death on March 17, 1957, Garcia was heading the Philippine delegation to the CETO conference then being held at Canberra, Australia. Having been immediately notified of the tragedy, Vice President Garcia planned back for Manila. Upon his arrival, he directly repaired to Malacanang Palace to assume the duties of president. Chief Justice Ricardo Parras of the Supreme Court was at hand to administer the oath of office. President Garcia's first actions dealt with the declaration of a period of mourning for the whole nation, and the burial ceremonies of the late Chief Executive Magsaysay. President Garcia exercised the Filipino First policy, for which he was known. This policy heavily favored Filipino businessmen over foreign investors. He was also responsible for changes in retail trade which greatly affected the Chinese businessmen in their country. On June 1, 1971, Garcia was elected delegate of the 1971 Constitutional Convention. The convention delegates elected him as the president of the convention. However, just days after his election on June 14, 1971, Garcia died from a fatal heart attack. He was succeeded as the president of the convention by his former vice president Diosdado Macapagal. Garcia became the first layman to lie in state in Manila Cathedral, a privilege until then limited to a deceased Archbishop of Manila, and the first president to be buried at the libingan ng mga bayani.